my last video I created was a short little showcase of my character where I'm going Whirling Slash with Twisters. Now, this character is all about stacking attack speed, as you saw in the intro probably. You want your Whirling Slash to be as fast as possible. As you can see, I'm currently sitting at 0.13 attacks per second, which is extremely fast, and it makes me go, I'll just show you here, really fast for those of you who like that. You pretty much want to stack as much attack speed as possible. You want to have a lot of accuracy rating. You want to get a lot of crit chance and crit damage bonus in this build. Now, let's quickly start by going over the skill gems. So what I'm using is Whirling Slash, Twisters, Barrage, Hurl of Thunder and Wind Dancer. And now for our support gems, let's start with the Whirling Slash. We're using Material Tempo for more attack speed. We're using Inspiration because I'm struggling with mana. We have Cold Infusion for damage, same goes with Bullseye and Heft, just more damage to our Whirling Slash. Now for our Twister, we're rocking Persistence, we're using Salvo, Acceleration and Retreat. For our Barrage, we have Premeditation and Ingenuity, and for our Hurl of Thunder, we're using Innervate, Elemental Focus, Primal Armament and Deadly Herald. And of course, last but not least, our Wind Dancer, we're using Precision for more accuracy rating. And now for the passive tree, I'm just quickly going to go over the most important notes here. If you want to take a closer look, it will be a Maxwell Planner link in the description if you want to go check that out. So we want to start off just by grabbing all of these notes, moving down to the Persistent Salvo. And what this does, it basically increase your projectile speed, which is really good for your Twisters, which means they will travel longer and have a higher chance of hitting enemies. It also gives you increased attack speed and increased accuracy rating. And moving on, you want to grab all of these crit notes. It's just a lot more damage. And down here is a really interesting note, Dance with Death. So pretty much what this does is gives you 25% more skill speed while offhand is empty. So as you can see where I'm hovering my mouse over, if this is empty, you will just gain 25% more attack speed. And now we want to grab Acceleration. All of these notes, it's just a ton of damage here. You can see crit damage bonus, critical hit chance, increased damage, you get some attack speed, accuracy rating, really good. All of these notes on the spear right here. Now Falcon Dive is a really important and cool note. So basically what this does, it gives you 1% increased attack speed per 250 accuracy rating. And we're stacking accuracy rating. I'm currently sitting at 17,000 plus, so this one is just extremely good and will boost the attack speed a lot for your Whirling Slash. And down here you just want to grab Versatile Arms for more increased attack speed, some accuracy rating, and you even get some strength and dexterity. And all these notes around here is just also increased attack speed, and you get some increased damage here. Moving on, you want to grab these three notes, which will increase your hurl damage. These even more crit notes, critical hit chance, even you get some intelligence here, and some damage bonus, even strength, really good notes. And you also want to get these three crit notes. And now moving all the way up here, even more crit, and you want to grab these three because it's skill speed, and this flow state also grants some mana regen. And this note, Flow Like Water, will give you 8% increased skill speed and some dex and intelligence. One note I want to talk about that is really important is the crashing wave. So what this does, it will increase your damage by 36% if you've dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds. Now this will just be a 36% damage bonus you will have all the time, because when you go this build you will crit all the time. So this will just be a passively 36% increased damage. And that goes also for these two notes right here, the deadly force and damage on critical. And last but not least, on the passive tree I want to show the jewels. So what you'll be looking for here is increased attack speed by 4%. You want to have increased damage with spears and increased critical hit chance for attacks. Those are the 3 main stats you want to be looking for on all of your 4 jewels on your passive tree. Now for the Ascendancy, you want to grab Penetrate and Predatory Instinct. And when I get my first Ascendancy I would probably go for the Elemental Infusion. I also just really quickly want to show the boss combo. It's really simple, you only have to use 3 skills. So what you want to do first of all is charge up your Whirling Slash 3 times, so 1, 2 and 3. And now you want to click your barrage and just cast your twisters. At last I want to just quickly go over my gear for the character and what you should do to optimize your build. First of all I want to quickly go over the spear, and here there are 3 main stats I would be looking for, and that is first of all critical hit chance. I would recommend to at least have 10% on your critical hit chance on your spear, and that is because we are going for so much critical damage bonus. As you can see I'm currently sitting at 625%, and without critical hit chance, critical damage bonus is useless. So I would recommend getting this number to at least 30%. I would also want to look for attacks per second and stack as much accuracy rating as possible on your spear. Currently my spear has over 650 accuracy rating, which will just be a big damage bonus. And if you have the currency to go for more stats on your spear, I would recommend to look for critical damage bonus and maybe some dexterity, whatever you need. Now for the gloves, you obviously want evasion, accuracy rating and increased attack speed. The rest is up to you and what you need for the build. If it's cold resistance, dexterity, maybe you want some damage as well. Now for the hat, again evasion rating and accuracy rating, really important in this build. The rest again is go for what you need again. Now I also just want to quickly show this helmet. It's called the Trill Steeled helmet, and what it does, it basically gives you Onslaught, which is a buff that will grant you 20% more skill speed and 10% increased movement speed. Now 20% increased skill speed is really good for this build, but personally I find it not worth it, because you will lose a lot of defense and resistance. That's something you can go if you really want to max out that attack time. Now the plate, get as much rest as possible and a lot of max life. Really important, get max life where you can on this build, because we're really squishy, so that is something you definitely should keep in mind. The exact same goes for the belt, get a lot of rest and maximum life. Now for the rings, the only thing you pretty much should be looking for here is accuracy rating, and the other things, it's up to you. If you need mana regen, maybe you need maximum mana, maybe you need some resistance. You can even add evasion rating, which is really good. But the main stat you really should be looking for on your rings is accuracy rating. Now, this is a really interesting amulet, the Rondel of Fragility Lunar Amulet. You know, I'm pretty much only using it because it's the only amulet that gives increased skill speed, and you know, it has a ton of damage. You get a lot of increased critical hit chance and increased damage. The only problem with this amulet is that you will lose a lot of elemental resistance. As you can see here, my resistance is not that bad, but if I would taken it off, you see I will be maxed at everything. So you know, this is something that you also should keep in mind. If you're really struggling with resistance, I would recommend to not use it. But you know, if you you know, have a really good defense, I would say go for it. Just to quickly show, I'm currently sitting at 127,000 damage. If I take it off, I lose like 35,000 damage or something like that. So I would recommend it if you have the defense for it, or else you should just grab a regular rare amulet with critical hit chance, critical damage bonus, and some accuracy rating. Now for the allocation, you want to get Overwhelming Strike, just because it's increased critical hit chance and increased critical damage bonus. Now you could go for allocate something that will grant you more attack speed, but personally I have found Overwhelming Strike the optimal choice. And at last I want to quickly go over my boots. So what this does is they drop shocked ground while moving. As you can see, if I just move around a little bit, it drops shocked ground. And what's so good about this is that your Whirling Slash will pick up this element. As you can see, now my Whirling Slash becomes shocked, or it gets, you know, like it picks up the lightning element, which will do so it will increase the damage on your Whirling Slash massively. So that's pretty much why you want to go with these boots. Now, something also I want to mention is the Bright of Fury boots. They pretty much does the exact same, but it only gives dropped ignited ground, so you will have like these fire twisters, as you can see here. But what you need to keep in mind here is that the Wake of Destruction boots will give you more damage, as you can see, and the Birth of Fury will give you more to maximum life. So that's kind of personal preferences, what you are looking for. So that was the gear. So there you have it, the Whirling Slash Twister build, where you want to stack as much skill speed as possible, accuracy rating, increased critical hit chance, and increased critical damage bonus.